TK designation. Trooper. You are only a number, not a name. That is merely a fact. That is the first thing they teach you. You don't enlist. You're selected, processed, and assigned a number before the door closes behind you. The number replaces your name. It appears on your bunk, your kit, your file. It is the only identification that matters inside the system. Basic conditioning begins on the first morning. Physical drills before dawn, combat movement exercises in full kit, weapons familiarization with the E11 blaster rifle until your hands stop shaking when you hold it. By the end of the first week, you can break the E11 down and reassemble it in under 40 seconds. By the end of the second, you do it in the dark. Your conditioning cohort starts with 60 candidates. Your training cadre officer speaks quietly. He doesn't have to raise his voice to command attention. On day 9, he puts a single question to the assembled cohort. What do you protect first, the objective or the man beside you? Nobody answers correctly. He lets the silence do the work. The objective, he says, always the objective. The man beside you exists to protect the objective too. You write it down. You do not forget it. Basic formation. Trooper, second cycle. You're 4 months in. Your cohort is down to 38. Nobody discusses the ones who are gone. Formation drills begin in week 16. 12-person units moving as a single coordinated element. Spacing, angles, sightlines. Your formation sergeant watches without expression. If a gap opens between two troopers, she marks it. At week 18, your unit runs a live breach simulation. 3 rooms, unknown number of targets, 30 seconds to clear. Your unit takes 47 seconds on the first attempt. By the end of week 19, your unit clears in 28. She marks it on the board without comment. Deployed assignment. Trooper, active duty. You're 6 months in. You're assigned to a garrison on an outer rim installation. Most of it is corridors, standing posts, checkpoint rotations in 4-hour blocks. You learn the rhythms of the installation the way you learn anything in the Empire, through repetition until understanding stops being conscious. Your squad leader is a veteran designation, TK 421, 7 years of active postings. Watch the doors, not the people. And never assume a corridor is clear just because it was clear. You spend the next 3 months learning exactly what he means. Elevation, squad designation. You're 14 months in. 6 troopers rotate out of your squad inside a 4-month window. Replacements arrive younger, less certain, still recalibrating to the noise and pace of active deployment. You watch them immediately. You identify which ones hold under pressure and which ones go flat when the situation changes faster than their training prepared them for. You correct small errors before they compound. A half-second hesitation on a corridor intersection, a grip that's too tight on the E11 under stress. These are the things that decide outcomes in the moments that matter. Your squad leader rotates to a new posting. His slot opens. You're assigned it without ceremony. A notation in the duty log, a new designation suffix. Nothing else changes and everything changes. Senior assignment, squad leader. You're 22 months in. You stand at the head of a 6-person element on a sweep operation through a contested installation. The sweep is methodical, room by room, corridor by corridor. Intelligence said minimal resistance. Intelligence is a projection based on incomplete information. You already knew that. Your element moves on your timing, reads your signals, adjusts without being told. At the secondary access point, the situation changes faster than the briefing predicted. You make 4 decisions in the span of 11 seconds. Later in the debrief, your commanding officer walks through each one. He reaches the 4th decision and stops. Correct call, he says, and moves to the next item. No further comment. That is the full extent of it.